see art, don't you ever dare. Build a world where we can dare. Scissors, paper, glue, our destiny. In this patchwork, we find our unity.
Hiya, in this video I'm going to show you a really easy way of creating a book cover for your print on demand or KDP books using Canva. So you're going to need a template or the actual size of the book cover. You can get this from whoever you actually print with. Like I use Lulu, so they actually provide an actual template. So you can choose the style of book you're going to use, like the size, the type of binding and everything, how many pages, and then that will give you the specific size that you need to create a cover. Drafter Digital also offer templates, and Amazon, I'm not sure if they actually offer a template, but they definitely tell you the sizes you'll need, so you can just jot down the sizes. It is best to look for whoever you're actually printing with, because some of the margins are slightly different. Some of them take off a slightly bit extra to cut it down than others, so it's always best to look at the sizes of whoever you're using. Though most of them are pretty much the same. So like I say, with Lulu, I've clicked how I want the book, and then it gives me a template straight away. And then you just open up a page in Canva with the right size that it gives you, and then you just place the template on top of that page. So you just upload it and put it on that page just as a background. You can delete this afterwards, but it gives you all the information there. It tells you where the spine will be. The light blue section is where it's gonna probably be cut off, so if you've got anything important, don't have it in the light blue section, because that's where it'll be trimmed down. So Canva has loads of things you can use. So to start off with, I just chose the plain box, and then you can stretch out to the size you want, and this can be your background. You can click and get rid of all this stuff that you don't need, because that was from the back of the template, and you don't need any of that once you've got the page open. So you can change the background to whatever colour you like. You can make the transparency a bit like lighter just for now, so you can still see the template in the back, so you know where the safe zones are and where the middle of the page is. And they've just got so much to use here. They've got different background pictures and just little graphics and things that you can use to create your own cover. I do recommend though, even though there is loads of graphics you can use, like I'm showing here, there's so many different themes and styles. It's pretty much something for everyone. If you are creating notebooks and low content books, I do recommend, if you can, make your own graphics. I tend to like draw in GIMP, and then transfer those over and then move them about and place them in Canva. You can use these, but a lot of people use Canva for this kind of thing, and you could end up with a cover that looks similar to someone else's. Not copying or anything, it just happens because so many people use the same graphics. It might end up looking the same or very similar. And if places like Amazon stuff pick up that's like your cover is very close to someone else's, your book can get rejected just for that. So to be safe, do your own graphics. But there is things here, if you say, like if you can't draw or things, just I wouldn't use just one graphic. Try and mix it up, so even if someone else does have something similar, yours look enough different to be unique. So you can also change backgrounds as well. I chose like this rainbow background, but I just want it just for the spine, because I want like a black book but the spine to be rainbowy. So I like that contrast, like where you just got like the dark black and then you got like a bright rainbow. So this is just a very simple notebook that I was creating. You can make them as complicated or as basic as you like. I say the more basic you do, the more likely someone else has done something similar. So for the back, I'm not going to really do much, so I've just put that back to being dark. So you want to, if you have like changed the transparency, you want to make sure you put that back up before you save it. So now I'm just going to go through more rainbow graphics. Like I say, you can just search through graphics just like manually, or you can type it in if you want a certain theme or things. There's going to be things that have like a little crown next to them. That's the premium ones, so you can't use those without paying. Anything else you can use. So I've just added a rainbow at the bottom, and you can upload photos. You can actually, there's a drawing bit as well, so you can draw directly onto there. Add some writing as well. They have some made fonts and stuff, or you can do it from scratch, write in what you want and change the fonts manually, the sizes and the colour. And there's also effects as well, so you can like give it a curved shape, you can have it outlined or with a shadow. There's so many different ways you can customize it. And some of the graphics as well, you can change the colours. So if someone else has used that graphic, if you've changed the colours, there's more likely a chance of actually being different. So this is pretty much going to be my cover, because like I say, this was like so basic. I was just doing this purely for the video. I usually spend ages on my covers. Yeah, so as you can see, these are all the text options, and you can change actually how big the shadow is or how bright it is. There's just loads of ways to customize it. So make sure you take a look, like the first time you do this, take a look so you know all the different things you can do, so you can actually make everything exactly how you like it. And then it's just literally the same for any book you make, so it's not just notebooks, it's any book. You can design it the same way. Just if you've got that template at the beginning, it just makes it a lot easier. So you don't actually put anything too close to the edge and then it ends up being cut off when it's trimmed. It's not a necessity, but it does help. So you can move them around, make them bigger, shrink them, and then all you have to do is save it. So you want to download it, and then you best to download it as a PDF print, and then that's all ready to upload and you're done. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video, and if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching. Bye.